What is up, YouTube? All right, so have not gave you guys an update in a while, but today's video I'm basically going to be explaining just my current workouts, current meal plan, and just overall what my goals are for this off season I'm currently in. So if you guys didn't know, I competed in the summer, July 20th, got first and second. I actually qualified for a November show. I didn't do it because I learned throughout the last few years that, and my coach agrees with me, that my body type, I grow a lot post-show. So I didn't want to waste any time to get bigger. So if I continued to diet from July to then, I would be really small right now compared to, what I am now. But because right now I am currently 203 in the morning and about 208, 210-ish midday. So I'm biggest I've ever been right now. Because right now I'm way stronger right now than I was in March, and I was pretty strong in March. But right now I'm about 5 pounds heavier than I was in March, and I'm 4 months post-show. So that just tells you that, because I got down about 165 on stage, which was 10 pounds heavier than 2 years ago. If you saw my Instagram post, this was the most impressive off season I've ever had, in all my off seasons combined. I gained 8 to 10 pounds of muscle within 1.5 years. It's pretty damn good if you ask me. All right, guys. So ever since July 20th, so I'm just gonna give you baby step action here. So after my show, I reversed out, transferred some foods back in. So I threw red meats back in. Decent amount of carbs to help fill out my body, because I could tell my body wanted to grow the entire prep, which is normal. Because you're in a deficit for 4 months, so you're just not going to build muscle. That's the time of that year you're going to burn the fat and keep the muscle, so as much as you can. And of course, you're going to lose muscle that last week of prep, if not the last 2 weeks, because you're eating such low carbs, you're exercising, doing 2 hours of cardio, and your muscle's just eating itself, so to stay alive. So you're going to lose muscle definitely those last 2 weeks. But then you gain it back quick. It's memory muscle. So, but yeah, post show I kept cardio in for about 2 weeks, and then I ditched it. Best decision I made right there. And a lot of you guys might think, why would you ditch cardio? You don't want to get fat. Well, I know how my body is and how it responds post prep, because I did it 2 years ago, and I really did not get that fat quick. Because what happens is you take in the carbs slowly, ditch the cardio, you're gonna fill out like crazy and quick. Because here's the thing, if you keep cardio in, I think I said this previous video, I'm gonna say it again pretty quickly, but if you keep cardio in post show for 2-3 months, you're not gonna get big. You're not gonna get big quicker. So you gotta understand, if you ditch that out, the cardio, and then once you get off season, when you're peak bulking months, because the thing is, peak bulk is usually around month 4 of bulking ish, and your body's not gonna be ready in time for peak bulk if you have cardio in still. Peak bulk, you should not be doing any cardio whatsoever. That should be okay, I'm taking in 4,000 or 5,000 calories. My workouts are amazing. I'm on 10 grams of creatine. Strong as can be. All right, so current goals. So right now, I'm currently in peak bulk. Like I said, I'm 203 in the morning, about 208, 210 midday. A lot of red meats. That's most of my protein right now is red meats. Helps you stay full, or full like stomach, and your muscles will look fuller. You're gonna have better workouts. Eating a lot of bison meat right now. Bison is a great option for you guys. Especially, you can eat bison. No, bison is an exception to when you're cutting down too, because even though red meats hold water, it's good to start your cut with bison meat. So I would, if you're starting a cut from a bulk, you're deciding what foods to take in, take out, keep the bison in for probably for about 6 weeks, and then maybe 4 or 5 weeks, I would say, and then cut it from there, because it's gonna, as you get leaner throughout the weeks, it's gonna make you a whole water weight. So keep it in the first 4 or 5 weeks, and then just have 1 meal a day, maybe 2 of it, and I guarantee you're gonna stay fuller. I'm telling you, because it has less fat than ground beef does. But yeah, I would not eat much ground beef at all, or steak when you're cutting down, especially the first or the last 6 weeks. But But anyway, so a lot of bison meat. That's about 2 meals a day. Ground beef, salmon. So my diet is pretty much almost carnivore type meats, but I'm still eating carbs. It's mostly carnivore, man, but again, I eat carbs too. So my carb intake is about 400 right now. So I've been staying at 400 in the last 2 weeks, simply because I have upped my creatine. I've been at 10 grams of creatine since Monday this week. I'm already noticing my recovery is insane. I literally killed my legs on this past Wednesday, and let me tell you, Thursday I'm real fucking sore. Sorry, excuse me. I'm really sore on Thursday, extremely sore, like I could barely walk. And then I woke up Friday like half better, and I'm like, shit, what's going on? And then I'll tell you, Thursday my legs were like cramping bad, and then I woke up Friday, I'm like, they're half as bad. So, and then today they're like almost healed, so they should be ready by Monday. That's what creatine does, man. You use it as a trick like that, up it to 10 grams. I wouldn't go more than that. 10 grams for about 4 weeks, you're gonna be strong. So I should be really, really strong. I'm already noticing I'm barbell curling 160 pounds. So I'm like, okay, obviously something's working. So my barbell curl's gone up 10 pounds. So my voice crack's bad, sorry. I'm really sick right now. My barbell curl went up 10 pounds this week, so it's just like creatine's definitely doing something. But anyway, back to my goals here. So I'm at 400 carbs, 10 grams of creatine, taking about 4,000 calories a day. I'm gonna stay with that for a few weeks to see how my streak does, and if my streak keeps going up, I'm gonna keep food the same. No point to make it go higher. Again, the only reason I'll make it go higher is if I notice my strength is pretty low for a few days in a row. That means I need a refeed meal. I don't call it a cheat meal, I call it a refeed meal. You just throw in another meal. You know, it's like just keep eating what you're eating, just throw another meal in, another steak and rice meal, whatever you want to do. It's an extra 50 grams of protein that your body can use. But yeah, guys, so now that's basically my nutrition. Now my workouts. So right now, taking this slowly. So post show, like I said, I ditched cardio and everything. I kept cardio for 3 weeks and I ditched it. So I still train moderately light at the end of my prep because I learned my lesson 2 years ago about lifting too heavy too soon because I strained my lower back 2 years ago from deadlifting like too soon after my show. Because after a show, your ligaments and all, your joints, everything's weaker, very fragile. So you really have to be careful with your workouts first few months after your show. I'm fine now. But make sure you guys get into a surplus pretty quick after a prep. That way, you just know you're going to recover better. And your body's just ready to grow, man. It's just ready to go after a tough prep like that, 4 months long. But yeah, guys, so my workouts right now in peak bulk, a lot of barbell stuff, which is what you need to do. When you are in a massive surplus of calories, you need to be doing a lot of barbell work, a lot of cheat movements, and keep your workout shorter when you're in peak bulk. I know that sounds silly, but think about it. Let me make this little seesaw here. Your food's up here, your workouts are lower. What's all this room in the middle? Your gains. Okay, so let's say your workouts are longer, and there's not much more room in the middle, right? So you the food's up here, workouts. Now I'm not saying work out for only 30 minutes. What I'm saying is keep the intensity there, but do mostly compound lifts when you're in peak bulk. When you're doing shoulders, behind the neck press, plate loaded. Anything that's plate loaded or a barbell is ideal when you're in peak bulk because it saves energy. Because a lot of dumbbell work, you're kicking the dumbbells up doing shoulder press. You rep it out. It's a lot of energy wasted, man. I'm not saying it's a bad exercise, but you want to 80, or I would say 70 to 80% of your workouts in peak bulk need to be with the bar. So for shoulders, for me right now, my main movement is behind the neck press. I'll do that for 6 sets of 5. Heavy weights, that kills them right there. My shoulders don't need much after that. I'll do a few rear delt movements after that, and then a few side lateral movements, and I'm done. I'm talking about strictly compound lifts, need to be barbell work, that's it. And then for chest, I'll still do dumbbell inclines, but I'll have somebody feed me the dumbbells, so it kind of saves me energy there. Now, let's say arm day. Arm day, again, I'm cheat curling. I'm using the bar, loading it up, 160, just whatever I can do. It's usually 6 sets of 5 is my perfect rep range and set range for my compound lifts. And then after that, my biceps. I'm still training biceps about 3 times a week right now, but I'm splitting those up. So my arm day is Tuesday, and then I'll do arms again on Saturday. The reason I do arms twice a week is because they're a strong point, and I know they're going to start slowing down. Because my chest and back and legs are growing like crazy right now. And if I stop training arms, if I do arms once a week, they're going to look small. So by doing them twice a week, they're still going to look big. So that's the thing is, guys, when you get to a certain point in your lifting career, and you say, okay, my arms are my strongest point, so I'm not going to train them. Or, oh, I'm only doing once a week. Bad idea. Still train them once, if not twice a week. Unless it's ridiculously overpowering, which mine aren't. So my biceps, in my opinion, are still weak. So I'm still killing my biceps. I train my biceps just as hard as legs, which is what you guys need to do as well. Train every body part like you're doing legs. I'm telling you right now. But back to my point. So everything for me right now on compound lifts is barbell work. Leg day, it's the Smith rack for squats or barbell squats, hack squat, because hack squat's plate loaded. Again, you want to conserve your energy as much as possible when you're in peak bulk. You want to let the food give you the best workout and then go recover and sleep. And then when you guys start cutting down, like for me in March next year, I'm going to start cutting down March for summer. I'm doing a lot more dumbbell work and cable work. So when I start cutting in March, I'm doing a lot more dumbbell work and a lot of cable work, because cables, no hate to cables, but when you guys are in a surplus calories, do not do a lot of cable work. Please don't. I know a lot of trainers out there I see in the gym and everything. They get paid by the hour. They take their client on cables. They're like, do this, do your cables, and you're done. It's not going to get you big arms. It's not going to get you big shoulders. So, but what I love about cables is it shapes the muscle. It makes it look pretty. That's why when I'm cutting down, I do less barbell. Still keep it in though. Still do a lot of barbell. That's foundation work for me. I don't take that away. That's a whole other video about foundation, but I'll talk about that later. Keep the barbell in, and then do a lot of cable work. So when I'm cutting down, about 70 to almost 80% of my workouts will be on the cables, especially the last 6 weeks of the cut. But the first 10 weeks are still gonna be a lot of dumbbell work and barbell. But once you get weaker, it's good to transfer to cables. It's safer that way too, because you won't be eating a lot. But yeah, so that is, so again, referring back to my peak bulk. So guys, if you are in high school watching this, or if you're watching this, man, you need to be in a surplus of calories, if not 70 to 80% of the year. The reason I say that is because this is the time of your life, and I'm being real honest with you guys, this is the time of your life where you are going to pretty much decide your future right now. I mean, this doesn't just go with bodybuilding, it's just everyday life. Like from your middle school years to all the way outside of high school, college, it defines your life in the future. So let's go back to bodybuilding here. When you guys are eating in a deficit of calories day in and day out as a young kid, do you really think by 30 you're going to be able to take in a surplus of calories and expect to grow muscle? No. You need to be in a surplus of calories, if not 70 to 80% of the year, if not 90%. For me, I'm about 80, but you guys need to be in a surplus for that long to be able to build muscle. I'm sorry, because I actually made a TikTok video the other day, and it was, of course I did it for views, but it's really true though. They said that bulking is vaulted. It's meaning bulking is useless. Oh, bulking, you're just gonna get fat. Oh, it's useless to eat that much food. Okay, but let me guys ask you a question. Here we go. Look, I'm actually gonna put it right here. This is a transformation photo right here. Watch, look, bam. Transformation photo. Me on the left was my first time competing 2 years ago at 153. I was shredded out of my mind. About 5%, probably 6% body fat. Got it? That's what I had. Now look at the photo on the right. That was this past July. I was 10 pounds heavier in that photo. Look at the freaking difference there. Look at the difference. I actually look like a pro bodybuilder on the right. I'm not trying to boast or sound better, but it's the truth. I mean, You guys can understand. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna give you three options: A, B, or C. How did I achieve this transformation? One, main gaining, which is the mainstream way to do it nowadays. Two, cutting in a deficit. Or three, bulking in a surplus. 3, 2, 1. Answer C, bulking. It was bulking. So the reason why bulking works is because whatever I say right now is the truth. Whatever my opinion is the truth. Whatever I decide right here. So the reason main gaining doesn't work is, now it does work to an extent of you will build muscle, of course you can. But what's going to happen is over time, it's going to take too damn long. I mean, would you rather want to sacrifice your abs? So everybody wants nowadays this precious little six pack. Again, your abs are always going to be there, no matter what. That's why I advise everybody to get shredded once in their lifetime, to where they can actually see their body structure and be like, okay, so this is how my waist looks, this is how my lats look. This is how, of course, your body's going to look better in the future when you get muscle on there. But as of now, it's like, okay, I'm at 6% body fat. This is what I look like. This is what my abs shape like. So, okay, this is what I work with. So once you find out what your abs look like and your shoulders and everything like that, there's no point in being in a deficit, because you're like, okay, that's what I look like. So let's build muscle for 1 to 2 years and then cut back down and then see what it look like then. So the problem with main gaining and being in a deficit for over and over is it takes too long. I would rather be in a surplus of calories and gain. It's okay to gain a little fluff, fat. When you're bulking, it's healthy too. So I would rather be in a surplus for 6 to 8 months and gain 5 pounds of muscle in those 6 to 8 months instead of gaining 2 pounds of muscle in a year, if not less. I mean, what seems more worth it? And then in a surplus of calories, you're gonna have better workouts. You're gonna sleep better. You're gonna feel better. Your test level is gonna be through the roof. Everything's gonna be through the roof. Your libido is gonna be good. So you gotta understand, bulking has its benefits and it has its cons. Everything has pros and cons. Everything. But you gotta understand that main gaining, because here's the thing. This is the absolute truth here. Now here's another photo of me right here. Bam. This was me as a senior in high school. I know I look pretty good, right? Senior in high school. This was about 3 years into training right here. So I did not get this physique by bulking. Now you might think, oh, but doesn't that disprove doesn't that debunk your theory about bulking? No. Here's the thing. I was plateaued at this physique for a year. So the first 2 years, main gaining and being in a deficit worked. Because you got newbie gains. You're gonna gain gains no matter what. You're gonna get muscle no matter what. But this physique right here, I was stuck for about 1.5 years. So you know what I did? I bulked for the first time, and look what happened. Boom, I stepped on stage for the first time in 2022. Because that was in 2020. I did my first bulk in 2021. So this photo right here was about December of 2020. And then and then I bulked in January 2021. Because I said, all right, it's enough of this. I'm gonna try this. And a year later, I got second and third competing off a year of bulking. So you got to understand, guys, is that do not listen to the mainstream TikTok. Don't listen to Instagram Reels. Block. I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you guys to block anybody that says bulking is bad. Block them right now, because they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. You need to be in a surplus of calories if you're my age and shit, even 30 to 40 years old. So you got to teach your body right now to utilize these calories and get basically this transformation right here basically proves that bulking works. It proves it right here. Don't block anybody up. Look right here. This YouTube video right here debunks main gaining. It does. Look, this was 1.5 years. It was actually 1.5 years. Transformation. 10 pounds of freaking muscle in 1.5 years. And another thing too, guys, that I did to get that transformation is, again, I was in a surplus majority of the year. I actually did a mini cut last year from April to July. Yeah, April to July. I got down about 10% body fat, and then I reversed out, bulked through the winter again. So I basically just wanted to see my progress. I was halfway through my off season, and I just want to see my progress. And I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Then I bulked for another 6 months, and then prep was here in March 2024. and then boom, I stepped on stage, got first and second. So it's like bulking works, guys. You got to understand. Again, if you're a young kid watching this, just any kid, you need to understand that being in surplus calories, you're going to have better workouts. Because it sets your body up for success in the future. When you're 25, if you're like 18, 19 watching this, 20, by the time you're 25, man, you're going to be a damn freak. A freak. Like even right now, I'm close to freak status in my opinion, but it's like, you got to understand that, again, this takes time, y'all. That doesn't happen overnight. You heard that over and over again, but I'm just telling you guys because, see this photo on the right over here, it took me 7 years in general to get that physique. 7 years, it's a long time. But you gotta understand, use the small progress you get over time to help you stay disciplined in the gym. Be like, okay, my arms are looking better. Okay, let me keep going, see how far I can go. Use that as motivation, but also guys, just be wise, man. Just have some common sense. Be like, okay, am I gonna gain muscle off a 2,000 calorie diet on year 4 or 5 of training? No, you're not. I mean, I have 19-inch arms. Do you really think that I'm going to get bigger arms by eating 1,500 to 2,000 calories? No, you're not. I'm sorry, you're not. So, because here's the thing, Derek Lunsford, well, he didn't win this year, but he won last year, or a couple years ago, but his Olympia off season was 3,500, I think it was either 3,500 or 4,000 calories, something like that. But look at the freaking muscle he has. So it's like, you gotta understand, he don't eat no 2,000 calories, if not 3. He eats way more than that. And go look at the old school bodybuilding. Go to Arnold days. Here's a photo right here of Arnold. You gotta understand too is that nutrition plays an important role as well in terms of your muscle development, which is also common sense. But you gotta understand that I'm trying to wrap this video as much as I can. I know I'm rambling, but it's good tips I'm giving out, y'all. It's really good tips. And I'm just being truthful. This is what I've done to achieve that physique. And you gotta understand that, yes, being in a deficit, you may look good, obviously, but again, that's not a maintainable physique. So here's another picture of me right here. This was me, I think 3 days out before my water depletion. I still had water weight on me here, but this was 3 days out before the dry out, before my step on stage. Now, I was carved up right here. I was carved up, glycogen was back in, looking good. Felt so good that workout, golly. This picture right here, this is not a maintainable physique right here. Look at this. I was about 5% body fat right there. Not maintainable. I probably would have maintained that for a week and I would have said, all right, I call it quits. 2 hours of cardio. So it's not maintainable, man. Yes, that is a magazine shot if I've ever seen one, but it's not maintainable, man. What's maintainable is being in a surplus for at least 80% of the year, gaining 3 to 5, if not more, 5 pounds of muscle in a year, then cut down to see what progress you made. So the only reason you'd ever be in a deficit is to see your progress and kind of a metabolism reset, which is what I did during that mini cut last year to kind of see my progress. But yeah, guys, long story short, let's just sum up this video real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. So long story short, I'm eating 4,000 calories, 400 carbs, fats around 100 grams, 120, kind of almost high right now. Mostly red meats, my fats. I'm eating peanut butter too, a little bit of that. I will actually do a full day of eating. Like I'll show all my meals I'm eating probably next week. But I kind of want to give you guys a clue of what I'm doing. And then my workouts are strictly barbell work right now. Barbells, compound lifts. And then I'll do 2 or 3 isolation movements. I'm out of the gym, so about an hour and a half, I'm done. Because I take my time on compound lifts, man. Every set, I take about 5 minutes. So my compound lifts take about 45 minutes. So I'll talk to people and everything like that. So it's just, that's my piece in those compound lifts. But it's 100% during the set, but after the set, I'm fully recovered before I go to the next set. I don't rush it. That way I can give all my energy into it. Barbell compound lifts, then a few isolation, I'm done, and then yeah, guys, and it's not that complicated for me right now. I'm kind of enjoying my workouts right now. Really, this is my favorite time of the year, man. Favorite time of the off season is peak bulk, man. Workouts are fun. You're strong. You feel good. It's a lot of food though. I'm stuffing food down. That's the hard part, sitting on the table eating food. But once you get it in, you feel good. But yeah, guys, so I really, sorry, I'm kind of sick. I'm sorry, but guys, really take in what I've said about being in a surplus. That's the biggest tip I've given in this video. Again, I hope you guys block those people. I hope you blocked them as soon as I said it. But I want you guys to understand that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I know I've been slacking on this channel lately. I've been super locked in on my workouts and meals. I just haven't had the time. I will try my best. I am saving up for a camera right now. I'm like literally a few $100s away from getting it. So I'm saving up for it. Hopefully by the cut, I will have it. And that way we can get some good clips. If you guys have not seen, so if you guys see the YouTube video right here, it's called Prep Motivation. I'm gonna film in that same exact spot in the summer of next year. I'm gonna look insane. So yeah, guys, my goal for next summer is to be at around 180, maybe 175 at 10% body fat. Because I was 164, I was 165 on stage. So I think 175 to 180 is pretty doable at 10%. So we'll see. That's a big dude.